deep enough. Hit me something better. I thought we trying to find love here.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. So like, how do you handle disagreements in a relationship?
It's crazy you asked that, because that's the question I was going to ask you. But I think with any human interaction, whether it's with your team or your girlfriend, whatever, you want to lead with grace and patience. And so if there's an argument, that means that y'all are not on the same page for some reason. So instead of thinking, this is my standpoint, you need to think, okay, why is she upset? And then how can I bridge that gap? That's at least my mindset.
Ooh, I like that. I like that. Open communication is important.
Do you want to do the travel or the disagreement question?
Disagreement.
Okay, cool. Name and age, and how do you handle disagreements?
My name's Keyshawn. They call me Key. And honestly, I'm 26. Honestly, when it comes to disagreements, I think just understanding that it's not you and your partner versus like each other. It's you and your partner versus the problem, you know? And just communicating your feelings and not holding anything back, because if you hold something back, that's going to lead to resentment. So just communication and just making sure that I'm hearing you out and I'm not just saying my side.
Okay, I like it. I like it. Oh, y'all making
Actually,
this
go
hard.
back to him because we didn't hear how he handles disagreements.
So my name age.
No, you could just answer.
Oh, like you said earlier, and disagreements is like you and your partner versus the problem. I think sometimes you gotta kind of like sit down with each other and say, okay, what is the problem we have and how we're not connecting? And if it get too heated, which it shouldn't be if you're both adults, you should be able to say, okay, let's write down what's problem I'm having, write down what problem you have. Let's read each other's paper and see how can we help that person in that area.
Okay.
June?
All right, your name and age, and how do you handle disagreements?
I'm Rico, I'm 24, and disagreements, it's like an understanding. I feel like disagreements come with a lot of miscommunication, and if you kind of have like a better understanding within each other, it wouldn't be no disagreement. Like kind of touch back what he said, it's kind of like not y'all arguing with each other, you versus me and you versus each other, kind of us attacking the problem, if that make more sense.
Okay. I think y'all just saying stuff to make me say, all right. But we'll see. We'll see.
All right, your name and age, and how do you handle disagreements?
My name is Henri. I'm 24. How do I handle disagreement? That's a tough one. No, for real, because, like, I mean, what are we disagreeing for? You know what I mean? So
I'm gonna go ahead and pop your balloon just because we are all human, so we are gonna have disagreements. So we need a better answer to that. So I'm gonna pop the balloon off of that. Yeah.
she threw me off. I didn't even have an answer, to be honest. Like, what do you mean we're disagreeing right now?
Because we are human. We're not always gonna if we
No,
are
absolutely.
always agreeing, then I feel like then somebody's not being truthful. You know, so I'm a very blunt person, honest. So I mean, if I'm feeling some type of way, I'm gonna communicate that for you, and I want us to have that conversation, that dialogue, to get to an understanding,
Absolutely.
and to move forward.
No, I mean, all jokes aside, I mean, yeah, communication, just honestly hearing each other out. You know, sometimes it might just be a one-way street because y'all both so heated. I think like how I go about it is I give myself a little space, you know, because I know, like, if I keep like entertaining whatever the disagreement is, it's just gonna be. So it's just best for me to step back and then honestly reflect on what we spoke about, and then kind of come back later and just like, hey, look, I know I said this. It may upset you. I know you said this. I didn't like the way it came out. Ooh. We could probably work on it, but that's how I would handle it. Yeah.
Gotcha. Space is important, but I can't go to sleep mad. So I mean, we're gonna have to work it out to something about like when we're gonna
It's not much of a
reconvene.
space. Like, I'm a
To talk
Sag,
about it.
So I don't like to feel like I'm being pushed so much. I like to feel like, yo, you're not all up on my face too much.
That makes sense.
You know what I
That
mean?
makes sense, for
So,
sure.
Yeah.
Too much, you
Yeah.
know, need space to kind of recollect
Yeah,
our thoughts.
absolutely.
I see what you're saying. I see
All right,
what
cool.
you're saying.
Thank you. All right, why did we end up hopping?
I don't know, it's kind of like listen to what she said, kind of like we're humans, like we're always gonna have disagreements. Like I don't know, it feel like a little bit too problematic for me, if I can put it into words. Not to say like I'm dodging anything, but it's like I said, with understanding and like with your peer, you'll come to a point where it's like if it's really a healthy love, you'll be surprised there wouldn't be that many disagreements. Like I feel like we're all like adults, so like if you find your person, that is supposed to be for you that God put in your life, that you'll be surprised that it wouldn't be that rough on the edges. Like, you won't have to argue with him. Like, you'll try to argue, and he'll just always have some comforting words to put you at ease.
Yeah.
So I believe, like, there's always a way to dodge your disagreements, because, like, what are we arguing for? Like what he said, if we supposed to be in love. And that's what kind of take away love, because people feel like we're loved. You just going to have to, no, we don't have to.
Yeah.
It's a
No,
choice.
and I get what you're saying. Like, and I'm not trying to say, like, oh, all the time it's going to be arguments. But I do understand, like, I've been in a couple of relationships. Arguments do happen. So that's why I was saying, like, you know, saying, oh, like, what are we disagreeing for? It's not always
But to touch on what you
rainbows
said, you've been in a lot of relationships. That is not me. It's not me at the end of the day. So
That's
just
cool.
because
That's
what you've
cool.
been
That's why
through.
you stopped your little. Not for you. All right.